Hey, loved ones. How are you today? So, it's lunchtime, and I'm with my girl, Taylor. Say hi, Taylor.
Hi.
Taylor came home from school for Thanksgiving break. She got here like 5 o'clock yesterday morning. She took her driver's license test today, the road test. So she got her license. Show me your license, Taylor. Are you excited about it, Taylor?
No.
No?
No.
So she got her driver's license. And yeah, she's still sitting in the passenger seat because I'm a nervous wreck. And I don't like for her to drive me. I don't really like for anybody to drive me. Maybe because I've been in an accident with someone driving me before. I don't know, but my nerves are really bad. And I don't like to be driven, especially not my car. I think it's okay if it's somebody else's car, but my car, I don't like for people to drive it.
Are you going to get me a car now?
Am I going to get you a car now? No, I'm not going to get you a car now. Just because you have your driver's license doesn't mean I'm going to get you a car now. We have an agreement. What's the agreement?
I didn't know bums get pregnant.
What's the agreement?
I don't know.
What is the agreement for the car? And stop talking about people that's walking down the street.
I didn't know that. But I don't know. Never mind.
What is the agreement?
About school?
Yes. Have we reached the goal yet?
Yep. In
No.
my mind.
Well, in your mind, but we're dealing with reality, so I understand that, you teenagers tend to deal with your mind all the time, but yeah, you got to come back to the real world, reality, where things happen in real time. They happen in order. All right? And we made an agreement that if you make the dean's list or the president's list for 2 semesters, then I'll get you a car. When will the exact date be? I don't know. But it won't be right now. So yeah. What else you want to do today? Well, I have to get something to eat. You already ate. We could have went to Coco's, but
What is that? I don't like there.
the Thai restaurant.
I don't like it.
Why not? So Taylor's birthday is coming up. Taylor's gonna be 18.
And you still not going to let me drive your car?
And I'm still not gonna let you drive my car. How old were you guys when your mom let you drive her car, or your father or whomever let you drive alone? How old were you? How old were you when you got your license? Taylor's gonna be 18 in a couple of days. Well, not a couple of days, about a week and a half from now. Taylor's gonna be 18, and she's still my little baby. So no, I can't let her drive alone. Should I tell them why I really won't let you drive alone?
But if you think about it, how long was I driving by myself before that happened?
Should I tell them?
I don't care what you
Taylor
do.
graduated June 2016, and about 4 or 5 days after her graduation, she wrecked my car.
Don't say it like that, like it was my fault, because it wasn't.
She wrecked my car. She said one thing, the person who she got in an accident with says another thing. So they're both blaming each other. Needless to say, she was in an accident with a police officer. And I found out some shocking news due to that accident. I have a car that I'm financing, and I paid for full coverage premium with my insurance company. And little known fact was that I didn't have full coverage. So they have full basic coverage and they have full coverage, which would include collision and comp. But I guess I had full basic coverage, which didn't include collision and comp. So I had to pay about $3,000 out of pocket for the expenses. And that's the reason why, even though she has a driver's license today, I'm not letting her drive. I just can't afford to be coming out of my pocket if something should happen. Not saying that she will get into an accident, but I'm just taking my own precautions. Okay? When you go down the road and you hit a bump, wisdom tells you don't go down that same road if you know that bump is in it. Okay? So that's what I'm doing now. You have anything you would like to say, Taylor?
I'm just saying, I was driving for a long time before that even happened. So,
But you weren't driving a long time alone.
I was driving for a minute alone.
How long is a minute? A few months?
Yep.
That's not a long time. It's people who are out here who've been driving for years and they have a problem and they have accidents. Where I am right now in my life, this is just a decision that I have made and you have to live with it. One day you probably have your own car that you're paying for out of your pocket, and you may have your own reservations about your car and who drives and when and where. Heck, if I get in an accident on my own, I'll be upset about it. So that's just that.
So then you're not going to drive your own car no more?
I will still drive my car. I'll probably have to take some more precautionary measures, but hopefully I don't get in any accidents. And I won't have to face that.
I gotta go get my feet done.
So, gonna figure out what we're gonna eat for lunch. Well, what I'm gonna eat because Taylor already ate. And I'll talk to you guys later. What kind of chips you have?
Doritos.
Original?
The cheese ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me get some. So, hi guys. It's now evening and I'm home sitting on the couch, and I thought about some things over my lunch break. I'm always thinking, my mind is always going, regarding accidents and mom's car. And no, I didn't reconsider Taylor driving. I'm going to stick with my decision. But it took me back to a place in time when I had my own car. My mom originally gave me her car when I was about 16 or 17 years old, and she purchased herself a new car. And when I graduated from high school, she wanted to give me a graduation gift, so she bought me a new car. And my mom and I didn't always see eye to eye, so this one particular time I was thinking of going to a school out of state, and I went to Georgia to take my college entrance exam. And I didn't tell my mom anything because we weren't talking. We hadn't talked to each other in a few days. And I let my friend girl drop me off. And I told her to take the keys in the car to my mom once my mom got home, to call my mom and deliver the car. Well, lo and behold, she didn't do what I asked of her. She ended up getting into a car accident that evening. My mom called me hysterical. I didn't even tell my mom I was leaving the state. At this time, I didn't live with my mom. I was living on my own. And the girl called me. So now it's like, oh my God, I have to tell my mom that the car is wrecked and everything. So my mom ended up having to go to court, and she ended up having to pay a large amount of restitution. But from that, my mom's heart was broken. And a lot of things could have been prevented had I spoken to my mom and let her know what I was going to do. Had I just went ahead and dropped the car off to her, just could have did some more responsible, make some more responsible decisions than what I did at that time. But being a teenager, as teenagers, you don't think responsibly. You just think about what you want to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it, and you do it. Regardless of consequences, repercussions, what anyone is going to say, you do those things. So as a parent now, I have to remember that teenagers are not so responsible. And I also have to remember to be a parent. So whereas I could just jump back out there and let Taylor be driving my car and going different places and doing different things, I've decided I'm not going to, because she has to learn to be responsible. If I always give in and let her have her way or do what it is that she wants to do, then I too may end up like my mom, or even worse. It's not that I don't want her to drive, or I don't think that she'll take care of the car. I'm pretty sure the accident has taught her a lesson. It's just right now I'm not ready for that. So how do you handle the situation with your teen and driving the vehicles alone, going places? Because they tell us they're going one place, but they end up somewhere else. So I know you're wondering, what was my response when I got that phone call that my car had been wrecked. It was about 1:15 in the afternoon. I was on my lunch break, and she was supposed to be traveling to get my son from school. It was the last day of school. She called me prior to 1 o'clock, and she told me where she was and that she was trying to figure out what time she needed to pick him up. I told her by the time she gets there, he'll probably already have gone and walked to the Boys and Girls Club, but just go ahead and be careful. So I think my coworkers and I were actually headed to the mall to go to some sale or something. But as soon as we parked at the mall on our lunch break, I got a phone from Taylor, and initially I thought that she was laughing. And I'm like, I can't understand you. What are you saying? When it turns out she was really crying, and she told me she had got into an accident. She wrecked the car, and her leg was hurting. She couldn't feel her leg. So my initial reaction, I'm like, okay, you wrecked the car. What happened? Where are you? So she begins to tell me where she is, and she tells me that the police is knocking on the window. And I said, calm down, take some deep breaths. Everything is going to be okay. I think that first feeling for me was like a shock. I wanted to be angry, but then I realized that I'm talking to my child, and everyone doesn't get a chance to speak to their child after a car accident. And I had a moment of gratitude. I mean, tears started coming out my eyes, and I just said, thank you, Lord, because it could have been worse. It could have been different. We all know that during the summertime, and this is the last day of school, during the summertime, it's a peak time for things to happen. Things happen to our kids. And around this time of the year, the children are going to prom, kids are coming home from college, and there are lots of accidents. So in a moment where I could have been upset about my car, I took the time to thank God for my child, because I can replace my car, but I can't replace my baby. So even though, I had to spend a few dollars, I had to catch a ride here and there, catch Uber, drive a rent-a-car. I'm grateful that my child's life was spared. Thus is the reason why I'm taking some precautionary measures with her in driving. I mean, one day I'll let her drive again on her own and go places, maybe even get her a car. But I just wanted to share that with you. So I hope that I've, through my experiences in life, I can help you or somebody else. And I just wanted to always remind you to always love yourself, love those around you, those people that are here for you, that are supportive of you. Love God, because without God, we are nothing. And love yourself. I love you, loved ones, and have a wonderful day.